tells me no more grits, but if the grits go, then I go. Well, she was right. Well, it wasn't the heart of death. The grits fell on her head. She kept them on the top shelf. Heavy grits. That's why they were so tasty. 2 weeks after she passed, we went round her house. Found a big pile of envelopes. Let me tell you something. Those envelopes weren't empty. 50, 60 envelopes. Love letters. Normal letters. Junk mail. Junk photos. All I'm saying here is, don't go hoarding no empty envelopes. You want a house full of envelopes, it'll be full. Like your life. Like great granny's life. Enjoy your grits. No further questions. Thank you.
Am I going mad, or does that sort of make sense this time? No, obviously I can't make the decision myself. An Englishman should never meddle in a legal case on Welsh soil, so instead I call upon our beloved audience to make it for us. So if you think Rose is dead and therefore Amanda is in the right, I'd like you to applaud now.
You're going down, Amanda.
But if you think Celia and Spanish will be the best case, applaud now.
That's like a sensible woman. It would have been so funny if it was the same amount or something.
Amanda, Ben, how do you feel about the results?
Yeah. Amanda was literally applauding for the other side.
So we are nearly in the home stretch. All we have to do is scale one final melodic hurdle. It's the quickfire round jingle.
Time around and shake crowds. I love ham, main, golden, born, gango, yeah.
I can see this. On herself.
Up there, round, yeah. I tried to get translate well. I'm not sure that it is very practical, but I gave it a go. Oh, it was a valiant attempt. I'm sure that we applauded by the Welsh people in the crowd. Diolch yn fawr, let's get on with the quick fire round. Or as the Welsh deep round pan. It's a very difficult language. But the oldest in Europe.
Yes, indeed. This is the quickfire round, and as our show is about cooking breakfast, I'm going to ask a series of questions. I'd like our panellists to change the last word of their answer to an item from a fryer, okay? So if I were to ask, what is the name of the recent Beatles documentary directed by Peter Jackson, you would say, Get Black Pudding. And that's what we're after here. It doesn't have to be as clever as that. It could just be Get Egg. Instead of buttons, two words I say to myself every morning.
Barbie.
They've gone round twice now. Always lovely to gain a new listener. Everyone's joined in now as well.
Hey, it's me.
In fact, can we do that? Can we do a Mexican fold?
See you around.
Buzzers, I'll use your first names. Ben and Rose, let's hear yours. Ben, Rose. And Tom and Celia? Tom.
Celia.
Tom Egg. On we go. What song did Brian Adams record for the movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? Tom.
You know it's true. Everything I do it for egg.
Who is the current Prince of Wales?
Rose.
Prince Beans. Name the bell inside the tower in the House of Parliament, Tom.
Big bacon.
What organisation uses the initials the RSPB? Tom.
The Royal Society for the Protection of Mushrooms.
Name the actor who played the mother in Mamma Mia.
Rose.
Meryl Sausage. What is the largest mammal in the world?
Celia.
Ben. Blue beans. We've had beans already. Oh! Sorry, Celia.
Toast.
So you're right. Which American... Ace that, absolutely ace that. Which American country singer-songwriter was known as Black? Tom.
We selling? Huh? Okay. The buyer one.
Which novel by Charles Dickens begins with the line, "It was the best of times, it was the Tom.
Tale of two
Goodness, take it home.
vegan sausages.
Gonna allow it. Famous for its slanted appearance, how is the bell tower of Pisa Cathedral better known?
Rose. The Leaning Tower of Tomato.
Correct. Name the Pixar movie voiced by Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres have had a missing fish.
Oh.
Finding a can of Lucasade.
I'm going to allow it.
Tomorrow morning.
Final question. What was the name of Star Wars Episode 1?
Celia.
I mean, I was looking for the fancy brown sauce, but sure. That is the end of the round. At the end of the game, but it turns out Sally didn't understand. Actually, if I said don't give any part of the answer.
I'm sorry, I got carried away. I thought we were just naming stuff.
No, well, we loved it.
We moved on from the door round.
So thanks everyone for watching. As always, check out the Patreon, all that kind of caper. But producer Emma, let's hear the final scores. I've got no idea. This is very exciting.
Okay. So the audience, they stayed at 16. They didn't get any more.
Congratulations, audience. Very, very good score. Yeah. To say first back to Amanda.
Yeah. More than, yeah.
Tom and Celia have 17. Ben and Rose, 24.
Oh! So Tom and Celia are picking the breakfast while Ben and Rose having it in bed. It's me, although I am going 127 miles outside of town. So thanks to our guest, Celia, Amy and Rose Johnson, and of course, CSE. On the ivories. With the tabbies. See you next time on Blackjack. Happy Scratchers, Countdown, featuring Matthew Crosby, Ben Clark and Tom Hay, with special guest Rose Johnson, Celia Amy, and of course, I tell you what, just drop in the correct pronunciation of her name there, if that's okay. Just stop. Correct pronunciation of her name, and there we go. It was devised by Pappy to Ben Walker, exploitation by the caution, and Henry Davis. It was produced by the caution. Big thanks to Henry, Steve, Glenn, everyone working on that. And to all the wonderful content to today's show. Happy Scratchers, Countdown, this is the Wow. Yeah. Did you enjoy the hell out of that, guys? I hope you did. We certainly did.
It feels like, you know, people talk about those kind of moments where people step up to the plate. People talk about Florence, Glastonbury stepping in when the Foo Fighters could perform. Pulp, they're coming of age.
Oh, they did, yeah.
You know, they famously stepped up to the plate. It feels like that was come of the hour, come
infamous producer Gwyn. And it feels like the start of something. You know, it feels like very much the start of something. I feel very privileged to have been there to witness that.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to become like, you know, like, basically it's going to be people show up for Gwyn's piano work. That's what it's going to be. People are going to show up now. You know, there's going to be a bigger contingent of Gwyn fans in the audience. You know, just fingers crossed that he tickles the ivories because he's good. Oh. I never even knew he could do it. He just wandered over to the piano in rehearsals and yeah, busted it out. Oh, imagine having that in your back pocket. No. I want to grab piano. Ruined his trousers.
Post all these hogs, I think I might be able to actually.
Right, so don't forget, of course, if you enjoy what we do, then please join the Patreon. Patreon.com/PappySplatShare. Honestly, I think it's one of the best value Patreons out there. £4 a month, you get a bonus episode every single week, plus bonus beats, plus bonus audio from all of the episodes. You know, we have a great time recording those bonus episodes. They're really, really fantastic. We'd love you to join us and listen to those. You know, just all you have to do is see the kind of comments we get and the emails we get. People who join the Patreon, they love it, and I think you will too. So if you enjoy our podcast and you love the fact that we've been putting out 3 episodes ever since 2011, maybe give a tiny something back. You know, it shouldn't hurt too much, should it? £4 a month, barely even notice it, but it would mean the world to us. So patreon.com/PappySplatShare.
Get on board. Any other business?
I don't think so.
Today's episode was produced by en4cer666. Cheers, everyone. Bye. Hey, will you please be upstanding for today's Patreon Neighborhood Watch Roll Call? Whoa there, buddies! Are we in for a treat when I say the next thing soon? Let me tell you about my day. I was eating eggs with Laura Eggs. Well, that's the truth.
That's the truth. Let me tell you about my day. I was watching The Muppets as created by Jim Henson with my friend Chris Jensen.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. And are we in for a treat?
Truth? Oh, boys, I got some truth for you here. But you can't tell anyone. You gotta promise. I spent all day with my friend Mick Thomas. What?
Mick Thomas. And that's the truth.
That is the truth. Well, don't even get me started. Sometimes it rains, and sometimes it pours. But one thing is true, and I am glad. So bad. I once sat next to Sam Adams, and that is the truth. That's the truth, guys. That's the truth. Boy. Wow.
Okay. Just the other day. Okay, and that's the truth. And are we in for a treat? Well, just the other day, I had brunch with Frankenstein's monster.
What?
And that's the truth. And through his neck, he had a bolt.
Oh.
I forgot, someone else was at the lunch. It was Dan Holt.
Well, I believe that Frankenstein's the scientist, and that's the truth. Oh.
That's right. That's why I said Frankenstein's monster.
I know you did. Well, it's the truth. I know you did.
Just checking.
Just step down there, buddy. I know you did.
I believe in the thing you said.
Oh boy, do
Sparky?
The other day, I was playing rummage. No, I wasn't playing rummage.
Okay, that's all right.
I was playing rugby, and I got into a bit of a scrummage.
Yep.
With Polite Crow asking if he might kindly open the bins for a rummage.
And that's the truth.
That's the truth. Thank you for that name.
I believe that Big Ben is actually the name of the bell. I believe it.
That's the truth.
I could not be pleased more to tell you I once met a Toby dog. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. I can't get much older than my dear friend Alex Calder.
That's the truth.
The truth.
I was cleaning the chimneys, and I got covered in soot. So I had to have a bath with my good friend Samuel Foot. And that's the truth. The truth.
One day I was crying, and I'll never know why. So please stop being sad and dry your eyes, William Ryan. That's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, one day I was crying, and I'll never know why. Oh, maybe it's because I'll never fly as high as my dear friend Sarah Barron.
Oh, one day I was fishing, and I caught a beautiful sea bream. And then I clubbed it over the head with my friend Cryptosporidium.
And that's the truth. One day I was crying because I was fishing and I didn't know how to do it. What do you do to put something on the end of a rope? Well, luckily for me, little Jimmy P popped me on a boat and took me to the sea. And we fished all day, and that is the truth. Oh, one day I was crying because the boat left the shore with Thomas P. and Jimmy P. and not one person more. No, I was standing on the shore just a-wishing that I could go fishing. Well, I felt the perfect fool until I was comforted by my dear friend Rahul.
Oh, one day I was a-fishing, but I caught nothing. So I put my rods up to let and sold them to Ryan Hamlet.
Well, that's the truth. That concludes today's Patron Neighborhood Watch Roll Call. Bye-bye.
Truth.
Hej, det er Sara fra Boldekurs podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung.dk. Hej, det er Sara fra Boldekurs podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung-TV, der passer til dig ved at lytte til din podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk.
Greetings, listeners. Here I'm Tom. I'm Ben. And I am Matthew. Ben, that was high. I've got to say. I mean, I thought I was quite high. Then you were really high. I feel like I had to hit that, A over high C and then you represent loving you there. I'm disappointed you didn't give that a listen. I'm gonna. I tell you what, maybe if we could ask the producer to go in, pitch it up. I tell you what, I'll move everyone by at the end. We'll give it a good go. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's give it a go again now. But on this one, producer Gwyn, pitch shift bottom up. You can do it. Okay. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Hey everyone, I'm Tom and I'm Ben. We'll see how that goes. And welcome, of course, to another episode of Beef Brothers Cold Cut. Cold Cut. And let me tell you something. These cuts don't come much colder. Oh my God, they're ice cold. Just nothing better than some ice cold cuts on in the middle of a heat wave. That's what we're going through right now. Get those nice cold beef sounding pop them on your extremity. I just sizzle for 30 minutes. Sizzle away. Before we get cracking, I've got to tell you this. I got a message. We're already cracking. We're absolutely cracking, aren't we? I got a message from Lee, front name Tony. Lee got in touch to say, I'm a few episodes behind on your podcast, but I have a living actor tattooed on me. I've just realised I have two. Wow. And so I said, who do you have? This is over Facebook. Very rare that people communicate via Facebook, but I'm always happy to see it. And they said, I've got Fox Mulder and Jack Torrance. And my God, they do. In fact, I'm going to see if I can send these to you now. Okay, I mean, bold choices, right? Bold choices, yes. We've got David Duchovny, but crucially as Fox Mulder. Oh, wow, and it's like a caricature. It's a caricature of Fox Mulder. Lee's got a caricature of Fox Mulder. That's the arm, thick. Fox Mulder. But either arm or leg, and Fox Mulder is a white daughter. Popping out the Marvin the Martian style white daughter. And that's Jack Torrance one is something else. I like that. I really like it. So Jack, as we know, from The Shining, but instead of a face, half it. That's like half it from the Shining. The Harry, living actor, said, doesn't feel like that feels like a piece of art of, it's a very conceptual thing, okay? It's more carpet than man. It's more carpet than man. And the Mulder one is it's a caricature, isn't it? It's kind of your classic cartoon caricature, really large heads and small bodies, so they don't quite, but finish the sentence. They don't quite what? Well, they don't quite fit my kind of idea of portrait of a living actor. Yeah. Sure, I get that. Yeah. Sure. I will also say, bold choices because they're not safe bets. These guys. No, they're the Coffey's had his. They're a couple of rogues, I would say. A couple of Hollywood rogues. Coffey's had his battles. Yes. Various things, and obviously Nicholson, I think. Well, Nicholson. And Nicholson famously chased his wife
up a staircase with an axe, and then obviously his son did very badly out of it in that poor hedge maze. So yeah, he's got they've both got their stories. They've both got their...
As I imagine, as Lee, I imagine Lee has the stories as well, because I think someone who chooses to go with those, on their body, feel like, I mean, I'd definitely want to have a chat with that guy, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Get on Facebook, because I've been having a chat with Lee on and off since 2013, apparently. 2013, any chance of last year ever coming out on DVD? And I said, yes, there are plans to film it in the autumn. Well, that didn't come to pass, did it? And then he said, favourite show of last year and the best thing at MacFest this year in 2013, later on in the year. And then he said, really enjoyed Bad Adults last night in 2014. And then a stony radio silence for him until 2020 when he came back with his message about the tattoos. But you know what? Now we're back.
Okay, we're attempting some...
Even if it's another couple of years, I just want to check you're all right. Just touch base with me. That's all I need to know. You're a good man. You love Last Show Ever. You love Bad Adults. You love X-Files. You love The Shining. You know what? You're all right by the way. You've got great taste. If you ever want to get a caricature of the three of us on the torso, post for it, man. We're here for you.
Right, well, speaking of great taste, let's get into today's ep, shall we?
Yes, indeed. It's a wonderful guest, Ken Cheng, brilliant comedian. I think he's absolutely superb. We love having him on the show, and there are some really good beats today, so I think you're going to enjoy yourself. Enjoy it. Here's the show.
Well, if you got a problem, don't call it a problem. If you got a problem, call it a beat. If you got a beat, maybe we can help you. We're from sorting out your beat.
Here we go.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi, mate. Ken, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
How do you feel about oi, oi as a greeting?
Oi, oi. I think it is good to kind of manage this forthcoming.
I'll do it every so often. If I feel it's flagging, I'll just inject it with another oil.
I don't want that sort of Damocles hanging over my head. I feel like I don't want to be halfway through an anecdote but just hear an oi oi.
Well, you better keep connected there, Crosby.
Keep them short, keep them punchy. That's the secret. Ken, welcome to Beef Brothers Cold Cut. So, Ken, what kind of a flatmate are you? What's your living arrangement? Are you a flatmate?
Yes, I have two flatmates. I've been one of them, and that is difficult because I also hate confrontation. I'm really conflict averse, so I never bring it up. I just instead.
Have you got is one worse than the other? Is there a favourite flatmate? And then the worst one?
In terms of how I feel about them personally, I like both, but in terms of cleanliness, definitely one. I'm really worried they'll listen to this now because they both are a bit incompetent, so now, just feel like a really roundabout way to passive aggressively tell them about how I feel about them, which I guess it is now.
That is kind of a service we provide.
Yeah.
Getting to come on the show is a chance to do hope that it kind of filters back.
Yeah. Do you want to give them names? No, I was going to say, do you want to give them names rather than give their actual names?
Yeah.
Who's the one who's kind of fine? Who's the one who's like doing it?
Oh, the one who's really filthy is a guy called Adam. Right. Yep. Okay. The one I'm going for. Okay. Yeah,
so we've got Adam, Bob, Jen, ABC. So tell us the worst kind of crime that Adam has committed in terms of filth around the house.
I think it's mainly an issue with food out. Like old This one I've been flatmates with for like 5 years, and we've had 4 or 5 different third flatmates rotate in and I've kept the duo, and the third flatmate always noticed that probably because
You're too good. God, I can't deal with Ken. It's so anal about the cleaning. If anything were more like Adam, he's more chilled out. Plus, everywhere I look, there's something to eat. There's some little bits of, little bits of chicken around the back of the sofa.
So
right.
you've got a kind of investigative dark art kind of role.
Yeah, characters. Yeah, exactly. They can't keep the third actor in. It's a terrible curse slot.
It's like the lead role in Death in Paradise. No one stays for that long. It's just too bloody hot.
It seems like such a good gig on paper.
It's a good gig, but it's
You get to
too...
live with Ken, you get to live with another guy, but actually in reality, too hot.
Can't stand the heat. Can't stand on the face.
The problem was that the first flatmate was always the confrontational one as well. So I was just kind of in the middle of the confrontation. And I would be in this three-way chat where it was just constant passive aggressive from the third flatmate. Adam.
So you're not even doing this face to face. You've not even got the cojones to take this into the open arena of a face to face conversation. You're living in the same place and you're chatting over WhatsApp.
Yeah, well, that was my issue with it. That I never said anything in a two-way conversation. I was just kind of watching.
You've not even got the guts to throw an emoji in there. Little broom sweeping.
I completely ignored it. And now that the current flatmate doesn't care, actually cares less than anyone has done so far. Now it comes to me to be that person, but I can't do it, so I haven't sent a single message, which is kind of letting it fester.
Literally. This is the question. Do you leave it for them to eventually kind of tidy up, or do you sort of stroll around the flat just doing like little peaceful bits of tidying just to kind of appease your own cleanliness?
Oh, I've been doing more than piecemeal. I've done full clean.
The full deep clean.
Yeah, I've done a deep clean of the flat. That's my passive aggression. I'm just doing a full deep clean.
That's your problem, though. I mean, we don't want to solve your beat too early, but that is your. The problem is you need to let and I know it goes against your nature, Ken, but what you've got to do is you've got to let it get to absolute boiling points. Hold yourself up in your room. You can dust away your own personal space as much as you like, but let the outside space, the communal space, get sort of crisis level.
I thought you were giving him a recipe. Let it get to boiling point. Chuck in all the leftover food. Now you're going to leave that simmer for about 3 minutes. Alright.
Everybody loves the leftover broth. It's Boxing Day every day around the kitchen.
Yeah.
I did time as well. Like, you're in a relationship with someone for 5 years. You're thinking, stick or twist or marriage coming around. You've shared your life with this person for 5 years. That's a stretch.
Yeah, and you're a young man, 5 years is quite a big chunk of the amount of time you've been on this planet. That's like a third of your life.
I've wasted my life. That is the realization.
Anyway, it's been great having you on. Thank you so much, Ken. It's been a real joy.
Yeah, brother, sorting out your pig!
Right, well, let's move away from your wasted life and onto the wasted life of our listeners. Ken, do you want to start with the one that you, that Shirley was saying?
Yeah. Amazing. Hi, big brothers and guests. I have neighbors who have pitched on for sunbathing in their back garden at a temperature of 20 degrees. I am all for any individual doing whatever they like in their own back garden, bracket within the confines of the law, of course. But the sight of a middle-aged white man with a visible gut is turning red.
Whoa!
Oh, easy.
Hang on a sec, here we go. I've never felt
You come into my house, you start talking like this. carries himself with confidence.
Oi, oi.
Totally. That is a common theme. It's too erotic. But the sight of a middle-aged white man with a visible gut turning red as a tomato makes me feel like I'm going to stick in my mouth.
Oh,
Please.
oh my God.
I also find people who spend their time sunbathing, except on holiday, pretty basic.
Oh.
I know.
A 1-2 sucker punch there from Hiller. This is going to be hard to defend.
Basic and vomit-inducing.
2 stars.
The only way I can avoid seeing this from my kitchen is to close the blinds on my window and patio doors, basically by keeping out all the sunlight from the kitchen. Thank you in advance. Bye. Hiller.
Wow, okay. Wow. Hiller. What are we going to do with you?
Well.
I believe a bit of immersion therapy is needed. We're coming round your house, we're whipping our shirts off. It's going to be 3 middle-aged white men and 1 young Chinese man who's going to come round. We're going to do it, topped off. You're going to get a gorgeous tan just with the rays bouncing off our belly. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because firstly, you know, we here at Big Brother Cold Cuts say no to any kind of body shape.
Especially if that body is pretty much exactly described as.
Don't shame our body.
Please.
Yeah. Oh, shame other people's bodies, but don't shame anybody's body. And also it starts with, like, you know, like, it starts very easy for you, like, listen, I don't care, do whatever you like, I don't mind, but if you take your shit off it, that's what you sit, and if you sunbathe, you're a basic bitch. Which it seems like you kind of do care a little bit. But obviously you're our listener, you're our friend, we're going to help you. That's the job of this, as I've been told repeatedly.
Stop, and I go, stop telling our listeners off.
I go too hard on the listeners, and they're the ones who we should be supporting. So I'm going to take a back seat on this one for a bit. You guys have a watch.
This is the one you should be the back girl on.
And Ken, how do you feel about sunbathing? Are you a sunbathing kind of guy?
I don't personally sunbathe.
But you sort of outsource it to other people?
Yeah, I yeah, I do it by proxy.
Well, you're too busy indoors cleaning, aren't you? That's the problem.
Yeah,
You get your flatmates out, you go and catch some rays, let Daddy free.
I'm not a sunbather.
I'm not.
No, I don't find it. I need to be doing stuff. I'd much rather burn doing stuff than tan deliberately.
Yeah.
I thought the stuff you were doing was like lighting a bonfire then. It's gonna burn stuff.
Much rather commit arson with my shirt off on a sunny day.
But I do find it tedious kind of exercise and a strange goal. Like the goal of like tanning, I find that kind of it's never been something I understand. But I will defend this neighbour's honour and right respect to their kids. I think what we need to try and think about is creative ways that we can stop. I don't think we're changing as, let's be honest, it's collectively.
Yeah.
Prejudice is inbuilt. I've been thinking around now.
I've come up with an idea, I've come up with a solution that I think might work, because Hiller said that between them is what they got, like a patio door and a window.
Yeah.
So two panes of glass.
Right.
On one of those panes of glass, right, you get yourself a Ken action doll, right? Not a Ken Chang action doll. They're not yet available, I believe. I've been getting a touch out from this podcast. Time for it, I'm sure. But yeah, so get yourself like a Ken as in Ken and Barbie, and you affix Ken's clothes to the window in exactly the position.
Nice.
So you can basically, like, it's, you know, everybody loves, I like, when you're a kid, don't you love that thing of, you know, like the little cut-out cardboard man dressed in a variety of different cardboard outfits? It's a lot of fun. You've basically got a human version of that lying in your garden. So every morning when you see that you're, you know, every morning, you know, we're in the middle of a heat wave at the moment, you see it's really hot in the morning, you
think, okay, fantastic. I go to my tiny little wardrobe, I pick out a tiny little shirt. What is my neighbour going to be wearing today?
He's going to be wearing
today.
his I Love Hinner shirt.
That's the real issue. She's in love with it. I don't think Hannah has asked what is she really mad at.
Yeah. You could give him a Hinner tattoo.
Oh, God. Oi, oi. Okay, we'll be right back.
You could get the action. You could go full action man with him. Because then you could, like, one day you could, like, make him go skiing. Or, like, diving.
Dress him as a sentry guard. You know,
exactly.
Even better, you know what, get yourself some of those poster paint on the glass and then just scratch off at the like wooden windows. Get yourself that. Every morning you get a little creative project, right? It will set you up for work. Imagine if every morning you did a little miniature painting just for you. A little bit just for you, a little bit of creativity just for you. And then on with your day. I think it's going to increase your productivity and it will make you a better worker.
And I tell you what, guys, before you know it, that play old man.
We've had it all. But you can specify that. I think you stand by yourself in this situation.
That guy from Wolverhampton, I'm sure.
He does say I live in Exeter, so that does make a lot of sense now.
No, but I'm saying he could become her muse, and you know she'll be inspired by him, and maybe as the months roll by, those clothes.
Yes, love that. Until eventually, all your paint's got in, and it make it smile.
And the boner, of course.
Wavy news now. Yeah,
more shoes. Take it off the club.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea. You could paint the body you want to see over the body.
Yeah, just paint a six-pack on him.
Paint a six-pack on him, yeah.
That makes a lot of lines to Shallow Hal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You've got a shallow Halver situation. Third or fourth of that today. But we slightly glazed over this, but this all fits in. Ken, do you think there's some sort of affection going on between Hinner and the Shallow Halver?
Yeah, because if I saw him, I would just be quite neutral in my response. So I think it's a kind of overcompensated kind of thing.
Right.
That's
Do
my...
you think that every person you have a visceral response to, even if it takes you probably does,
It's probably slightly based on some kind of unconscious love.
Because I think Harry might have to have a word with himself about the current Tory government. What do you... Come on. We all remember Penny Mordaunt on Splash. Come on, Harry, what are you really hiding? What's that Twitter account truly saying? It could be. I mean, yeah, I think, you know, obviously the unexamined life is not worth living. Hinner, look inside yourself, and if you feel that you're truly in love with this guy, then, you know, maybe make overtures towards them, but if not, then I think that's big science.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think you got it.
Hej, det er Sara fra Boldekos podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung TV, der passer til dig, ved at lytte til min podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk.
Jeg hedder Lea Helman, og jeg er vært på min podcast Vores Mentale Sundhed, hvor jeg hver uge taler med eksperter og privatpersoner om en masse vigtige emner relateret til mental sundhed. Vi har aldrig været rigere, vi har aldrig haft flere muligheder og aldrig levet længere. Alligevel er vores mentale sundhed nedadgående. Det dykker jeg ned i podcasten, og formålet er at dele viden, sårbarheder og konkrete redskaber, der kan hjælpe os til at leve et liv med så meget glæde, frihed og mening som muligt. Det handler om selvværd, sund succes, terapiformer og meget, meget mere. Hop ind og lyt med.
Chat part of me.
from Anon by beatlespodcast@gmail.com. Good afternoon, siblings, indeed. I'm not sure if my partner knows so please keep me anonymous.
Not like, you know, just put her name to her fat phobia.
Yeah, it is very happy to lay it all out there.
Yeah, well, her name is so basic. Not sure if my partner will ever hear this one. My beat is fairly recent and is the result of a major improvement in my partner's life. He has a new job, better hours, better pay, less stress. The dream. The only downside in the job is that he's no longer able to work from home. Here is where the beat lies. Now that he has to leave the house, he has to get up earlier. I'm a light sleeper, so his alarm wakes me. Not a problem, as if it were only this, I would have no beef. The beef is that he's decided that while dressing for work, he wants to talk to me, keeping me from returning to sweet.
Can I just check at this stage? Is the question, my partner wants to speak to me?
Get a divorce. No.
You make it sweet, and in most cases, except that he's doing this between 6 and 7 or I don't have to work until 8 or sometimes 9, depending on my schedule, so this keeps me awake with them my day. And the longer you keep me awake, the less likely I am.
Oh, Barry's gone! Barry's gone!
I was really just picturing being in bed.
Oh, lovely. Barry, it's only 8:45, man. Come on. Come on.
My beef is every time I try to have a nice sleep, these guys could start doing a podcast with me. I was picturing that person tucked up in bed. Oh, and it really got to me. The longer he keeps you awake, the less likely I am to get back to sleep. You may suggest going to bed earlier, fine, except that doesn't seem to make a difference to him either. Again, talking to me before bed, despite me almost being asleep. I get that people need different amounts of sleep. He's always eating much less than me and sleeps deeply. So if I do wake up in the morning, he's out for the count. Healthy beefy friends. I'm becoming increasingly weary throughout the day, which doesn't help when I have work. And also look after our dog during the day. I'm the main provider of walks. Side note, I'm also learning Dutch. So hearing Tom saying bedankt, eindelijk nooit really warms my coffee. And on. And on. Wow. It's a good one. And I can relate to this. I normally have an extra hour in bed before I need to get up compared to my partner. And she's like, hour.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you need to get up for? What are you hiding from us, Clark? What do you do in the day?
Hour, my arm.
Is she leaving at 3 in the afternoon then?
Well, you know, I like to get up in the morning and go and have my nap on the sofa.
Exactly, yeah.
So go on. So your partner gets up then? They're very loud generally. Leaves the doors open. She like has a shower, and then comes in and chats to me. Sorry. Can I ask you a question? What is your sleeping arrangement? Do you have any of this kind of typical city dweller accoutrement, like do you have like an eye mask, you wear earplugs, you speak with white noise? If not, why not employ all of these? I can't hear my white noise out. I can't see to turn it on. I do have a white noise app actually, but it is not loud enough to drown out.
Could you attach it to a big set of Beats by Dre? Just stick them on the side of your head. Because that's what I would say. Could you not, like, this is my advice to a Nog. Surely just get a load of kit around you that sort of means that everything's blocked out. You know, the big earplugs that mold inside of your ears. You know, all of that kind of stuff. I feel like, no, Parry, you're in the face to say,
You're living in a dream world.
I'm a very natural sleeper.
I know, we just saw it.
I find like accoutrements. I find like accoutrements and gadgets and things. I can't really respond well with them. I don't like to sleep with things on or attached to me.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
You're telling us to sleep in the room, is what you're saying.
I've got like it's like if I ever go into a coma, just I don't want any of that shit on me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want any of that. Nothing attached or anything
No
like that.
drip to keep feeding you or anything like that.
Just let me kid, man. I'll be happy. Just that I'll wake up.
It's so funny. It's like you come out of like a 10-year coma and you're like, oh, who woke me up? Who attached to this kid to me? Who turned that white noise on? Really woke me up. Ken, any advice for our friend Anon?
Well, it hasn't been made clear whether she has told him not to do this. It seems like
very true.
It seems like she's just letting it happen. And if she had told him stop talking to me, and he's not, then you've got a bigger problem.
Yeah.
That's true actually, because she starts by saying, I worry my partner will overhear me. Whereas actually your partner might need to hear me.
Yes. I think generally if you don't like something your partner's doing, you should tell them. That's probably I'm no marriage counsellor.
Or send it to ps4pro@gmail.com, otherwise we don't have the podcast. So we're happy for us to be your first port of call, but our advice might well do, as Ken said. Maybe have a conversation with them.
Is there something in the kind of does she Ferris Bueller have kind of like an artificial, like an arm on a pulley and like a head so that she kind of moves around while she's kind of uncovered?
Yeah. Who's activating the pulley?
A tape player, but what is saying that it's the dog. I mean,
yeah,
it's like sound activated.
Wake up 3 hours earlier, set up the doll and the pulley, get out of bed, sleep in another room, and then you walk into the doll, unaware.
She's in a travel lodge down the road.
Get a travel lodge, that's gone.
Swap yourself out with a mannequin and get a travel lodge.
This episode, by the way, is sponsored by Travelodge. A better place to stay. I think the some level of decoy is a good idea. Or get him into an early morning breakfast. Like, could you be like, oh, you've got to listen to this episode. It's cool. You know? And that...
But she's got to listen to Chris Evans.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not going to stick on headphones. Do on his phone. Then it's back.
Or buy him a nice pair.
Yeah, wireless earphones.
Like a muzzle.
Yeah, the full Bane style muzzle. Yeah. Buy him a nice pair of handcuffs, handcuff him to the bed, he never has to get up for work. I mean,
getting fired?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Hasn't he just got like his dream job? Wasn't that the expression she used?
Makes more money.
He's making money. He's got better hours.
Yeah, but we're solving her beef, aren't we?
Yeah, that's true. But then, surely, well, what about just extend this point? He's bringing more money to the household. He's got more time during the day to walk the dog and wank the bed.
That's a dream.
I knew that would appeal to you.
He's just waiting for that dog.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for that dog. He's going for something else. Okay, I've got a slightly more practical solution style.
And then making a robot of yourself that talks.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to hear this.
Okay, so he wants to talk to me. I think this week. Right. So I propose for about 2 weeks you commit to getting up with him in the morning, and boo, you engage him in some really fucking deep, dark chat.
Yes.
So he goes like, morning, dear. How are you? And she's like, we're all gonna die. And it's like, we're all gonna die. And I'm gonna die, and my death is inevitable, and so is yours. And let's talk about that. And he's like, off to my dream job now, honey. And it's like, let's talk about the amount of cancer in my side of the family. You know, because like, it is inevitable. You know, there is a lot. And it's like, oh, okay. And he's cleaning his teeth. And I reckon after about 4 mornings, he's slipping out of bed, he's slipping his clothes on, and he's leaving forever.
Yeah, but you don't have to be dark. You know, you don't have to be dark, you know, throughout the entire day. You can just be like, oh, I'm just not a morning person. I'm a heavy morning. I'm a heavy morning person. And not even really. You know, I'm just a heavy morning person. 7:30 a.m. So it's quite heavy. Yeah, that's great. Because you know what?
Fully engaged.
Hello, fresh meat!
That is the time.
Yeah, let me get back to you.
Worrying, all the anxious worries and stuff. Just bring that anxiety to the fore when he wakes you up. It's going to be there.
All right, there is this situation I need your local
Like
Between 6 and 7, I most like to talk about my ex-lovers.
I know you do, Tom, but let's try and focus on the beat. That's okay.
And then a sidebar of that is you could also try just speaking in Dutch.
Yeah, you can try some of the old bedank yeah, it really is.
You could. Unless he's Dutch, unless he's the reason you're learning Dutch. But I don't think it is. Also, you can find out the Dutch oven as well. Put the cherry on the cake. I'll send it out. So I think there's 2 more practical ideas. If you can't build the robot.
Yeah, you can't build the robot. But it's tricky to think of it, that's it. They just talk about your cancer. Big soul.
Yeah, brother Sonic, how you feeling?
You
Walking
can't be
Wise
here,
Street
it's
for
restricted.
Nick and John.
What's up your
And this
ass,
is from the audience of the last flat share slam down.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Might
What
be
the
brief.
fuck are you doing?
There might be big questions to be asked.
Yeah, it's brief, but it's punching.
I'll kill you.
Both
What's
my
your
cousin
problem?
and
What do
I
you think
have
you're doing here?
identical beats
Listen up, Dick.
without
Is there a
respective
problem?
wives. They both like to go to
Why
war
did you do that?
for something big
Hands where I
at
can see
the
'em.
time. Why? We have everything we need at home. That's the end of the beat.
That's it. You know what? You're absolutely right. What you want to punch it. Problem with Nick and John.
Hey!
Like to walk without purpose.
Yeah.
This feels fairly easy to solve.
I'd say so.
Is that
Should we all say after 3? 1, 2, 3. Segway.
Oh, right, nice. I was yeah, Segways is good actually. Yeah. A very slow segue.
So will they be.
A very slow segue alongside your partner. They'll, one of 2 things will happen. Either that will solve it, you have to walk if they can, or they'll just stop on. yeah, more likely the second.
Also, I can't ever imagine being bored on a Segway.
What miracle did you
Like,
want me?
if you find that the journey boring on a Segway, it's always got to be fun, right? Ken, 2 questions for you. Have you ever Segwayed yourself?
Never.
And how do you feel about a nice walk?
I probably identify a bit with, yeah, John, yeah, that my girlfriend first. Me, but I would Wait, she prefers walking to you, or she prefers walking to how much you prefer walking? She prefers walking to how much I prefer walking. Okay, fair enough, right, sure, yeah. Are you just trying to tell me, you're trying to say she's left you?
Well, yeah, it's just follow it up.
Just gone on a heavy war. Expect it back soon. She prefers walking than I do, but I don't think I ever, I'm not against walking enough. Like,
soul. What's it about the walk you don't enjoy? I probably have a similar idea that I do like purpose. I do like going places. But I don't know actually. You know, my thought would be that, you know, if someone wants to go for a walk and say, oh, we could walk past that thing I wanted to see, or that shop I wanted to go to, the pub, or the pub, exactly. If you walk to the pub, go for a quick drink and walk back, no one's going to begrudge you that on the walk. Right, you know, I think it feels quite idyllic that you've got, you're coming here as two couples, and I know, it sounds to me fantastic. I'd love to go, let's go for a walk forward. Yeah. I picked the route, and there's a loop. So it's a mile loop. The girls like to go for a nice long walk. At the hour mark, or at the first mile point, there's a really nice pub. Yeah. You girls carry on, do your walk. They get to have a bit of a chat about the state of their marriage. We get to have a chat about the state of our marriage. Then you could almost tag out the parents if you wanted to mix it up. Oh, I'm swinging. So it's like, you know, one state has a fight, the other person, the guy and the woman go for a walk, then they come back, the two women are on the next trip, two guys are on the right, I don't know. It feels quite interesting to me. But like, chiefly, I don't know.
Okay, moving swiftly on to step 4. Go make a delivery. Park this baby in a weak spot and be cool on your way out. Just don't let them get a close look at you.
Or change that for a cinema, or a, you know, an art class. It's really good actually. Set up a little rambling club for people who aren't that into rambling. Perfect title, Ramblers Anonymous. Oh, really good. There must already be a rambling Anonymous. Ramblers Anonymous is really good. If there isn't, what's going on? Well, what's going on is Nick and John are going to start it. Set it up. Because also as well, you know, for some people it's just, you know, no destination, just discovering what's in front of you. For some people it is mapping out a route. And I bet you, Nick or John, will have a bit of fun, you know, looking at Google Maps, trying to map out a nice little route. I think it's a perfect solution. Yeah, definitely. It makes, you've got a purpose now. And if you don't like the first pub, you can go to another one. Oh, that's a pub crawl, isn't it? Well, that's also great. Clarky's big suggestion, if you don't like the first pub, you can go to another one. You know what? It's a motto for life. It's a good suggestion, because how often do you find yourself in a pub you go, no, it's all the time. Especially when I'm with Clarky. Yeah, that's why you're always leaving, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. I'm going to go to the pub, 2 pubs on it. No, you follow. And, not another pub. Big soul. Oh.
Hey, brother, sorting out your things!
So, Ken, obviously we've sold a lot of things today for our listeners. But, did you have a beat? Now, we talked about the pledginess. Do you have another non-pledge related beat that you'd like us to solve? Your flatmates, your landlords, your neighbours, even pets? I have quite a very specific beat I have with my estate agent, if I can. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's very minor, but it's the level of minor where I can't really do anything about it. Is that I'm due to renew my contract at the end of this month. I don't want to do it any earlier than I need to, but my estate agent has been sending me an email that says the same email every day at 12:11 a.m. 11 past midnight a.m. saying, reminder, please docu-sign this document. I get it every single day. Every single day, reminder, please docu-sign this document. For my flat. I think you have to fight Doc with Doc. And you have to, at 12:10 every
every morning, get an auto, like just get a sort of scheduled auto send, and just send him a variety of different documents.
Step.
I feel like this is what you need to do. Sign him up to mailing lists, order him some medical equipment off the internet, and just whatever. Just get him signing, and he'll realise that actually he's got to leave the be. Yeah. Do you think he's not staying up to 12?
I don't think so, but they aren't exactly the same time. So maybe one was at 12 a.m. and one was at 12:10 a.m. But maybe it just has a slight discrepancy. I don't know what's weirder that it has, or he's manually doing it. Get it about exactly right.
I think as well, in that instance, what you're doing is you're just stopping it from meaning anything.
Yeah.
If someone sends you one document and then sends you a message like 5 days later, go, hey, did you get this? You go, oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But if you send you the same document every day, you go, well, if you've got multiple copies of this document, I know it's digital, but if you've got multiple copies of this document to send, it means nothing to you.
I've had it 8 times.
Yeah.
It's happened over the last 8 days.
It's the law of diminishing returns on this doc.
Have you signed it?
No, I don't want to sign it until I have to.
When have you got to sign it? What's the date?
End of this month, I think. Because the contract ends September.
Have you considered talking to this person?
No, because it's so... Definitely not.
No, the last thing I want to do is call up an estate agent. You sign it like a letter at a time. Gradually drip feed it through to him.
The K.
I like that, yeah. I really like that actually, yeah. So the first day you just send back, yeah, that's it. Just do it incrementally.
One letter at a time. Yeah.
The next day 2 letters. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got time to do it.
Yeah. I have 15 days, I think. 16, 17 days.
Just so, send him a price.
Isn't the flaw in this plan though? If you just sign it, if you send it back with a K, they'll just assume that's your signature.
But you're involved underneath. You're also putting where it says name, you just put K. So you're gonna think that. And also send a note saying, really sorry, I haven't been able to fully complete it. I'm swamped at the moment.
I'll get it to you tomorrow.
Yeah. Join us tomorrow at 12:30 a.m. for letter 2. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's been solved.
Yeah.
Brother sorting out your beans!
Ken, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been a real pleasure having you on. Obviously, we know you've got your contract up at the end of the month. Anything else exciting happening in your future? Are you doing Edinburgh? Where can people find you? Where can people come see you?
No, I'm not doing Edinburgh. Actually, I've sworn off it. But
I mean, if you want to handle sort of aggressive landlords, if you want to sort of swerve aggressive landlords, I think Edinburgh is the place to avoid.
Yeah. I was looking into going up to visit, and it was so much money to even do the days that I was like, it's cheaper to do a show than visiting. I should have just done a show if I want to visit.
It's true. It's bad, isn't it? But you're gigging here and there. You're on social media.
I can plug my 3rd Radio 4 series has just come out.
Oh,
the last
amazing.
couple weeks. Found me on BBC Sounds. It's Ken Cheng, Chinese comedian.
Gotta get this fucking loan,
I was listening to it just the other day in my car and really laughing. Yeah.
That's nice.
It was really nice when Matthew said you were a guest. So I was like, bloody hell, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So I can confirm that it's definitely worth it.
Don't just take Ken's word for it. Harry's on board too. So yeah, find that at BBC Sound. We'll stick a link to that in the show notes of the show. But yeah, well, have a wonderful summer. Tell us how it goes with your 1 letter at a time. Trolling with your estate agent.
I will.
But can you let us know 1 letter at a time?
Brother sorting out your beans!
Wallop! Absolutely smashed those beats right out of the park.
And can I say, crucially, an oi-oi-free episode.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? There was not a single oi-oi there from Parry, which is good.
What's going on?
Unless of
Well, I
course.
too was living the
Lots to do.
I feel like it's spurred me on as well.
Nothing more tragic than hanging on the oi-oi itself.
Change
We've
your
all had to do
dude.
it.
Want to go in there and check it
Every now
out?
and then you've got to take yourself away for a second
have a quick oi, and back into the groove.
Get yourself back into the game. Speaking of
back
being back in the groove, let's talk about the Patreon. It's a really groovy. Yeah.
Oh, Tom,
Hey, in this
you're not going to believe it.
business, we could
Actually,
all use
we've
some
now got
extra
0
protection.
patrons. Just after that message, we're down to 0 patrons now. That's a shame because we had over 800 earlier on. So that's a.
Oh, well, look, come along and join the 800. We put out a bonus podcast every Thursday to join the pod who join the Patreon. And there's a lovely community. People all write in. Everyone chats away. There's loads of other perks in the Patreon.
You'll also get a bonus beef
I
as
can
well
always tell.
from ourselves and Ken Check. So an extra beef that we didn't solve on the show. And the beef that we solved on the bonus beef is genuinely crazy. It's real.
Yeah,
it's really odd.
Yeah.
It's a
Wear a
mystery that
seatbelt.
I sure we do our best, but it's a case that remains. It's not an open and shut closed beef case. This is a beef case that remains wide open. But you're going to want to hear that. So patreon.com/PappySplatshare. For just £4 a month, you can get all those bonus beefs, all the bonus episodes, loads of extra audio. You also get advance tickets to lots of our shows. For example, we're going to be at the Cheerful Earful Festival on October the 9th in Balham. So our guests are the Birthday Girls, so come along to that. That should be really fun. There'll be a link to that in the show notes. Cheerful Earful in Balham, a fantastic festival. And again, last time I checked, we were in the lead. So we've sold more tickets. Right, so the way it works is the Birthday Girls are doing our show, Pappy's Flatshare Stand Down, then we're doing the Birthday Girls house party. And for some reason, the promoters
Fucking awesome.
pitted us against each other, head to head, but we're currently in the lead. So let's keep that lead going, guys. Buy tickets, buy early, buy often, get your tickets.
But just buy for ours.
Just buy for ours, yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be able to pick up theirs on the day.
Yeah, that's it. Do it on the door.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So grab tickets for that. Any other business at this late juncture?
None. Oh, no.
Well, in which case, oi oi.
Oi, oi, there. Today's episode was produced by the Tinkler of the Ivories himself, Producer Gwyn.
What do we say here?
Yeah, I wondered.
Gwyn team. Davies team.
Can we have a little tinkle on the ivories from you, Gwyn, in post?
Yeah, stick us in a little bit of honky-tonk piano in there.
Hello.
Can you come under the back of that like Jules Holland?
Watch your step.
Just a bit of boogie-woogie.
Okay, we'll need to pay, but
Oh,
I'll see where you
back.
can get some things
In fact,
involved.
this whole outro bit, you should be just boogie-woogieing away on the piano like Jules Holland.
That's absolutely right. Fantastic stuff.
Cheers, everyone!
Hej, det er Sara fra Boldekos podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til et hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung TV, der passer til dig, ved at lytte til min podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk. Hej, det er Sara fra Boldekos podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til et hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung TV, der passer til dig, ved at lytte til min podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk.
Greetings, listener dear. I'm Matthew. I'm Ben. And Tom will be on the episode proper, but he's just not around for this intro. But don't let that worry you. It's going to be fine.
I'm really worried, mate.
Yeah, and I can tell you're nervous, man. I'll tell you what happened to me the other day.
Please.
This was such a strange little coincidence. But I was on the train going into town, and I saw, when the train's pulling into the station on the journey, you'll often look at the people who are about to get on the train. It's just one of those things. You have people watching, right?
Yeah.
And it pulled in. I think it might have been at Lewisham Station. It pulled in, and I saw a couple, and they were very smiley, very sweet-looking couple.
Yeah.
Probably, I would say, in their early 30s, maybe. And I saw them, and my immediate first thought was, oh my goodness, they seem like a really nice couple, right? They just look really nice, right? Yeah. It's a weird thought to have about, because ordinarily I look at people, I think quite the opposite. But it was, but I was like,
you know how there's those couples that are like trying to pick up singles in bars and be like, we like your vibe. Are you like the opposite of that? Are you trying to pick up couples?
I've certainly put myself out there, yeah. If any couples want to adopt me, there'll be no intercourse. But if you can feed me, I'll be very happy with that. So anyway, didn't think too much more about it. The train arrives at London Bridge, and I hop off, and I see the couple hopping off at the same stop as me, and I sort of smile at them. Because I thought they looked nice, right? I think, I shouldn't really. It's quite weird. Because then they look at me like they look at me sort of a little bit sort of like, what's going on here? So anyway, I hop off the train and I carry on my journey, and then they come back over to me and they say, "Excuse me, are you Matthew?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Oh, we're nice to meet you. We're Tom and Charlotte. We're members of the Patreon."
Oh!
And I was like, what a bizarre little coincidence that I clocked them, and I thought, they look nice. They look like a really nice couple.
Here's the thing, though.
Something about their aura, something about their glow.
Is it a coincidence, or are we just drawn to our patrons?
I should say as well, Tom was Tom Parry.
Right. Well, then the rest of the story doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Very, very lovely, but actually turned out to not be complete strangers. They were listener dears. They were big fans of the podcast, so much so that they joined the Patreon. So I mean, this is not an advert for the Patreon. Obviously, we'd love it if you joined the Patreon, but I think people who are members just have that certain glow, that certain aura around themselves.
And if you have that glow, come join us.
Yeah. Or do you think maybe if you don't have that glow, come join us and you'll get it?
Nice crossing.
That's what it is. So either way, if you've got it, it's like those slightly naff signs outside pubs that say, like it's like a sort of a diagram you have to follow, and it says, "Are you happy? Yes and no," and both answers lead to come inside and drink some beer.
Right. Yes.
Obviously, if you are medically unhappy, then I don't think